Hey you guys, this is Jess with Sourceful Journey, back with another video. So today I wanted to focus on a topic, it's just more so aligned with being less concerned about what table you're invited to sit at, and just being more concerned about whether or not God wants you to truly sit there. So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and just jump right into this chit chat. Being less concerned about the table that you want to sit at. I think a lot can be said about that. Sometimes we can get so wrapped up in reference to who's all sitting at the table and, you know, what we see in those individuals that we probably don't see within ourselves that makes us want to, you know, sit there or be invited to it. But do we ever slow down to think about whether or not could that possibly be the table that God wants me to sit at? Could that possibly be the group of individuals or the individual that God wants me to rub elbows with? You know, keep in mind when it comes to the spirit realm, when it comes to God, especially the team and support with God, they're able to see things beyond the 3D, beyond the veil that we are not able to see with our natural eye. So just know that if in fact something does not go the way that you anticipated, what the heck is that? Okay, I just saw some type of plane or something flying, some type of flag across the sky. I don't know what it was. I couldn't see the details, but I digress. Sorry about that. I got a little distracted, you guys. The point I'm trying to drive home here is that there is what the heck? Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so sorry. It looks like it was an advertisement for some type of drink. It looks like it was a can or something. I don't know. I don't know what is going on. What was that about? It was two planes that flew by with those flags flying. It looks like it was some type of drink in a can. It's very bizarre. Okay. Anyhow, so what was I saying? Oh yes, just keep in mind there is a reason why things didn't work out. So say for instance with these certain individuals that you may admire and look up to, and yet you would one day would love to rub elbows with them or sit with them. If it never comes to fruition, there is a reason why. It's something that's on a deeper level. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it says 100% agave tequila seltzer. Just to tell you guys, that's what the little flag says. These two planes are like flying by and they have these huge flags, and that's what it says on there. That is so crazy. That's definitely taking marketing to another level. That completely threw me off there. I'm so sorry, you guys. But yes, as I was saying, there is a very good reason for why that would be the case, for why it wouldn't pan out. It's simply because it was not meant to pan out. And a lot of it has to deal with what is unseen that we're not able to see with our natural eye. You know, sometimes we could get so wrapped up in what we see in terms of the physical and the 3D about an individual group of individuals, but we don't think about the long-term effects of like, okay, let's say you do connect with these individuals and let's say you are a part of their group, right? What type of fruits can you gain from that? Would it be good fruits? Or could it be a spoiled bunch of fruit? Furthermore, you have to take into consideration, you know, these individuals. You know, think about all that they've done and acquired and how they could have gained it. Is that something that you're willing to take on? Is that something you're willing to make an exchange for? It's truly a lot to think about. You know, it just goes to say that you have to be very careful about the company that you keep, whether it be present company or maybe future company in terms of your future dealings. Take into consideration, could this person or group of individuals truly be what God has predestined for me to deal with? And again, think about all that comes along with it. The good, the bad, I mean, if you have to do a T chart, you know, a lot of us who are old school, you remember the whole thing about the T chart, you know, when it came to a certain scenario you were dealing with at the moment, and you're looking at the positives of it versus the negatives. Even if you have to go that route, you know, to analyze the situation at hand, to really get to the crux of whether this is going to be a good move or not such a great move. I know for me personally, I tend to go with the notion of keeping my circle small. Never been one that's been a fan of having a big crowd of people or a big group of friends to roll with, because let's be honest, not everyone is going to be your friend. Some are going to pretend to. They'll smile in your face and pretend like they're all in support of you, but end up being more than likely a backstabber. It's true. You hear so many different songs about that. Who was it? The OJs? They did a song about that. Backstabbers? Man. It's so crazy how stuff like that works. When you think about a lot of the old school sayings and songs that are of past, and when you listen to some of the lyrics in some of those songs, or you think about the words that were stated in those old sayings and how it speak such truth, it's like, wow. You actually sit down and analyze, you're like, my goodness, it really hits home. I say all that to say, I just know from my end, when it comes to any future dealings, I tend to be one that's very analytical as well. I'm not going to be so receptive to just inviting anyone like, come one, come all. I don't roll like that. I know I tend to read a person, analyze a person to a T. And if I think it could lead to us having a phenomenal friendship, if I think that it could be, you know, a good way to network, especially on a business level, I'm all for it. But if I even get an inkling that something's not right about a person's energy, or just in terms of how they move, how they operate, follow your body's reactions, follow your gut instinct, your nudges especially. It's never gonna lead you wrong. That is all for today's video. What are you guys' thoughts about that? Just in reference to the notion of, you know, truly being less concerned about whether or not you've been invited to sit at a table, but being more concerned about whether or not God wants you to sit at that table. I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts about that. If you have any examples of a scenario like that, definitely feel free to share it. You guys have been really good about responding and leaving messages in my other platforms and the emails. Keep those emails coming. I think the emails is like one of my favorites because you guys really go into such great detail, great detail in reference to the emails. So definitely keep that going. Consultations are still open. If you are interested for this week and wanting to take on one of those opportunities, definitely do so. If you have any issues with scheduling an appointment, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to me on the other platforms with your details, and then I could go ahead and pencil you in for it. But other than that, I'd like to hear from you guys and give me some good details about times where you've encountered this and when it actually worked out for you in such a great way. So as always, I'm definitely sending you guys with love and light, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, you guys.